Bienvenidos, welcome to Spain on a Fork. Today we are making one of the best Spanish tapas dishes ever, fried calamari next to a garlic saffron aioli. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what Spanish cuisine is all about. Perfectly golden fried squid next to a homemade aioli. This is absolutely delicious. Now the way we're going to be serving these fried calamari, they're called rabas, which the design of them is basically a strip. Instead of the traditional ring design, this is how they eat them north of Spain over in Cantabria. However, you can find them like this all over Spain. In fact, here in the small town that I live in Silva, in Castellón, you can walk into any bar here and order una rabas fritas. Now to take this tapas dish to the next level of greatness, we're going to be serving these fried calamari next to a garlic saffron aioli. This is going to give this tapas dish that wow factor. It's absolutely insanely delicious. Very important to use some high quality saffron here. Do not use imitation stuff, any powders, turmeric. Use the real deal. As always, I'm using some saffron threads from Golden Saffron. You guys always see me using the saffron. Why? Because it's some grade 1, high quality premium saffron, and in my opinion, it's one of the best saffrons in the market, price to quality ratio. Link below where you guys can get this. Alright folks, let's get started. We're going to begin by making our garlic saffron aioli. Add 2 cloves of garlic that have been minced into a mortar. Grab about half a teaspoon of saffron threads. Pinch them into the mortar. And using a pestle, pound down on the garlic and the saffron until you form a paste. Then I'm going to add 1 egg yolk at room temperature. Season with sea salt, freshly cracked black pepper, and about 1 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice. And start mixing all the ingredients together. Once everything's well combined, start slowly pouring in about half a cup of extra virgin olive oil. Very important when you're making aioli to slowly pour in your extra virgin oil while you continue to mix. That way your aioli doesn't break. Once we've poured in about half a cup of extra virgin olive oil, our garlic saffron aioli should be done, and it should have this beautiful mayonnaise-like consistency. We'll cover it with some saran wrap and add it to the fridge. Alright, let's move on to the next step. I'm going to add 1 cup of all-purpose flour into a bowl. It's okay if your cup is not perfectly measured. We're not baking here. Add a generous half teaspoon of sea salt and crack in some fresh black pepper. And mix all the dry ingredients together. In a separate bowl, I'm going to crack in 2 organic eggs. Season them with a little sea salt, and whisk them together until they're well combined. Okay, let's move on to the star of the dish, the squid. I've got 2 tubes of clean squid here. These are frozen. It's okay, you don't have to thaw them out. These are very popular here in Spain. If you can't find them in your area, go check with a local Asian supermarket. They usually have them in the freezer department. I'm gonna run the tubes of squid under some cold running water, making sure to get some of that water inside of the tube. Then using some paper towels, I'm going to dry up the tubes of squid. We're going to cut each one open. And then once again, we're going to pat down the inside of the tubes of squid with some paper towels. Now to cut the tubes of squid into the form of strips, which is what we call here in Spain rabas, I'm going to cut the body in half. And then cut it into strips that are about 3/4 of an inch thick. Once you have all your squid cut, we're going to grab a small non-stick frying pan, heat it with a medium-high heat, and add a generous 1/4 cup of sunflower oil. You can use whatever neutral oil that you like. While the oil is heating, let's start coating our squid strips. You want to do these one at a time. You want to begin by coating it with the all-purpose flour. Once it's well coated, wash it in the egg wash. And then dust it one more time with the flour. And once you're done, add it to a plate and continue to do this until all your squid strips are perfectly coated. Once you have all your squid coated, our oil should be perfectly hot. So let's start adding our squid strips in there. You want to cook this in batches, that way you don't overcrowd the pan, and I like to go about 45 seconds per side. After cooking the calamari for about 1.5 minutes, again that's 45 seconds per side, I'm going to start removing them, making sure to shake off any of that excess oil and transfer them into a plate with some paper towels. And continue to cook your fried calamari in batches until it's all done. Once you have all your rabas fritas done, let's start plating our dish. I'm going to transfer the garlic saffron aioli into a small bowl, add into a serving dish, and add the rabas fritas into the plate. I'm going to garnish it with a couple lemon wedges and a touch of freshly chopped parsley to add a beautiful color to this dish. Okay guys, our dish is done. These rabas fritas look absolutely delicious. Let's try them and see how they turn out. Now this looks beyond incredible. Here we go. Simply beautiful. We're an explosion of flavors. You know, first things first, that squid is perfectly cooked. 45 seconds per side. It may not seem like it's enough, but trust me, you have that beautiful texture to the squid. You don't want to overcook it. And then that garlic saffron aioli, it's just an explosion of flavors, and it works so well with these rabas fritas. You guys saw this, just very easy to make, done in about 30 minutes. I will tell you that my garlic saffron aioli is very garlicky. I like it that way. I use the 2 large cloves of garlic. If you don't like it with that much garlic, just use 1 clove. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button. Till the next time, hasta luego.